Hey everybody, 7 WWE Rocks here. Hope you're having a great day. I'm really happy to be finally doing this video, hoping to make more videos in the future. I just wrapped up this semester, just finished finals this week, and I'm just really excited because I'm done with school and I can hopefully make more videos on wrestling, TV shows, movies, just do what I enjoy making. I recently just made a video talking about how I've really lost interest in wrestling, but I still care about it. I still love following up with it, seeing what's going on, see what's happening in the wrestling world. And a huge topic is, of course, after the conclusion of Final Battle last night, Ring of Honor, possibly losing the Elite, possibly losing the Young Bucks, Cody Rhodes. I've been even hearing Marty Scurll and Hangman Page might even be on their way out. But before I get into the video, just want to say again, thanks so much for listening. I really do appreciate it. And if my voice sounds weird, I'm having really bad sinus, I think infection maybe, but can't even taste food. It's awful. I took tasting food for such granted. I really did. I miss the taste of buffalo wings, and it just tastes so plain now. It's devastating. But that's why my voice might sound a little weird. I have a drink ready to go, so I might be taking a few sips throughout. So if you hear a pause, that's why. But yeah, like I said, this video is going to be talking about my thoughts on what Ring of Honor might do without the Elite. What they should do, I guess, coming from me. Do I know what I'm talking about? Absolutely not. But this is basically talking about, I'm going to be probably specifically talking about the Young Bucks and Cody leaving because that feels like it's a for sure thing. I'm not going to say whether I think they'll go to WWE or they're doing their own promotion. There's rumors that they're creating their own promotion, so I could very well see that. Honestly, I know they did their farewell, and Cody Rhodes constantly tweets like my final Ring of Honor event, my final battle. He just tweeted that today. So it's also to the point where I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if they just did sign back with Ring of Honor. But at this time of their career, of the Young Bucks specifically, I think, yeah, let's move on to the bigger and better things. They've done it all. But it's also kind of strange because the last time we heard these rumors with the Young Bucks, like 2 years ago, I guess, when, are they going to leave? I was like, yeah, they should leave. They should go to WWE. I think this is the perfect time. They've done all they can in Ring of Honor. They've done all they can in New Japan Pro Wrestling. And then they went on to have probably their best 2 years, these past 2 years, with Bullet Club, with the Elite, with their t-shirt sales, with pop vinyls, with Kenny Omega, Kota Ibushi, with the Golden Lovers. I mean, they had such a crazy year with the heavyweight championships. They won the New Japan Pro Wrestling heavyweight tag titles, which, then moving up to the heavyweight tag team division, never thought that was going to happen. So I say they've done all they can, but honestly, I feel like, if they stayed in Ring of Honor, if they stayed in New Japan, they probably could do even more crazy stuff. And they probably have that in them. But it's like in their mindset, if they want to go to WWE, I think that's cool. And I'm not going to be one of those persons. I hate people on Twitter and, on the internet and stuff when they're like, oh, why are you going to WWE? You're ruining your career, blah, blah, blah. It's like, if that's their dream, if that's going to help them financially for their family, for themselves, if that schedule, if that's something they want to do, they want to have that challenge, who are we to stop them? In all honesty, I think it's ridiculous when people say that. I really do. So I was going over the roster with Ring of Honor, and I was very surprised because I was like, if they lose the Elite, if they are losing possibly Christopher Daniels and Kazarian, which I think would be such a bummer. I love Christopher Daniels and Kazarian in Ring of Honor right now, and I think they're doing such great things with SCU. I'm going to be so sad if Scorpio Sky, is all by himself after this. But I'm bringing that up because they're having that storyline where they needed the tag team championships because Ring of Honor was not going to be renewing their contracts, Kazarian and Christopher Daniels. So last night they ended up losing the tag team championships. The Briscoes ended up winning in the ladder war match. And Christopher Daniels lost against his match against Marty Scurll for Marty Scurll's world title shot. So basically, all that bargaining power that they needed, they lost in their matches, so they don't have that anymore. So it looks like that's it. The fans kind of gave pretty much a farewell to Christopher Daniels after his match. So yeah, going over the roster of Ring of Honor, I was really surprised because if you take out Cody Rhodes, the Young Bucks, and Kazarian and Christopher Daniels, and maybe even Marty Scurll, maybe down the road Adam Page, Hangman Page, That's like a lot of your main events. Going off the main events of Ring of Honor, the last, live events and such, it's usually the Young Bucks and Cody Rhodes in the main event with either like Jay Lethal. If it's tag match, it's usually the Kingdom, usually SCU. So I'm like, wow, that's really, really sad. It kind of reminded me of NXT when NXT brought, Kevin Owens, Hideo Itami, Finn Balor, when they all came in at the exact same time, and it was that crazy time in wrestling for NXT. And then when they all went to the main roster, when KO went up, when Hideo went up, when Finn Balor went up, I feel like I'm forgetting someone. I feel like there's a fourth person. I just can't remember. But when they all went up, it was kind of like, okay, NXT has to make stars again, because you had these big guys in the main event of all these shows. But once they all go to the main roster, it's like, okay, now we have to build people up. And I feel like that's kind of what Ring of Honor has to do now. Something that I think is going so great with NXT now is they've built all these stars that literally anyone can really be in the main event in NXT and make it believable, because they have such great people. I mean, we had that big run where it was Samoa Joe, then it was Shinsuke as the champion, then it was Samoa Joe again. But then, on Andrade Almas, then it was Bobby Roode, then it was Drew McIntyre, then it was, Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, Aleister Black, all these people. So it's like they can just, as soon as someone goes to the main roster, boom, they got 2 or 3 guys that can fill their place if need be. And I think that's why it makes NXT so successful. So that's the trouble with Ring of Honor, because I'm looking at the roster right now. I pull it up, and I'm like, they have, I don't want to say old people. They got good veterans, but I'm like, wow, they don't really have that many young people. When you think of Ring of Honor, you usually think of like young people, like breaking into the business, trying to make a name for themselves. But since Cody Rhodes, the Elite, and all that happened, Kenny Omega, coming, Will Ospreay at shows, all those people, best friends even. I mean, I'm like, wow, these are like veteran people. These aren't just the youngsters. So going, down the list, you got like, Bully Ray, the Motor City Machine Guns, Christopher Daniels, Chucky T, Cody, Colt Cabana even. Dalton Castle, I would count as a young star. I really would. And then you go through it, but people that I heard made breakout performances, that I heard Ring of Honor from fans' perspective of Final Battle. I did not watch Final Battle last night, but from fans' perspective, people were saying like, okay, Jonathan Gresham, after his match with Zack Sabre Jr., you got to push him. Flip Gordon, you got to push him. There was someone else. I think, no, it wasn't Kenny King. Here, hold on, let me try to look. But, you got the Briscoes, you got Jay Lethal. So it's like, I'm not saying they're like old people. I'm not saying they're like, these old time legends. Like they're talented people, but it's like you have the same people. You need to build up all these other people, and Ring of Honor, I feel like, hasn't been doing that, especially with the TV title. I looked at the TV title, the past champions, and I'm really surprised, because in wrestling, I feel like a secondary title, like the TV title, like the United States Championship, like Intercontinental Championship, when you win it and then after you lose it, you have your lengthy reign or whatever, and then you lose it, it should feel like, okay, that person should move on to the World Championship. But with the TV title, they really haven't done that. Silas Young, I have no idea what he's doing, and I think he won it twice. He won the TV title twice, and I don't know if they're trying to push him as a heavyweight guy, but then at the same time, he's a mid-card guy. And then you had Kenny King win it. I really feel like Kenny King should be in the main event. I think he has a great moveset, and I really like Kenny King, and I feel like he could be that cocky heel, or just, a little too arrogant face, I guess. So I think that's something that the TV title should really represent. It should represent, okay, if you move on, if you win it, you should move on. Marty Scurll, I feel like, should be in the main event a lot more now. I don't know if you guys feel the same. Please let me know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, obviously, but I'm just really surprised with what they do with the TV title. It feels like it's kind of, you're kind of stuck there. Like, a lot of people are really stuck in the mid-card division, and if you're not, if only one guy's holding the TV title for a long time, you can't really go back and forth with people. So I don't know. It just seems so strange. But I would push, dang, you got the Kingdom and all of them. I would push Marty Scurll, definitely. If I feel like that he has his world title shot, I feel like he is probably next in line to win the world championship. I feel like he might beat Jay Lethal for it. But here's my idea. I would push, like I said, Marty Scurll. I think he would be in the top picture. Bring in more tag teams. Ring of Honor. If you're losing Kazarian and Christopher Daniels and the Young Bucks, already it was always like kind of the same matches. A lot of times it was the Young Bucks and the Kingdom, the Young Bucks SCU. It was always this kind of the same people, Young Bucks and the Briscoes. I'm not saying the matches were bad at all. I'm not saying that at all. It was always a fun match, always fun matches. But it's kind of the same thing. So I think really they should bring in a lot more tag teams. I would really like to see them bring in like Jack Evans and Helico, or other people on the independent scene. They have signed, I heard, 2 new people. They signed Brody King, which I've only seen like highlight packages of him. I don't think I've ever seen a full match. I think I watched the one with Hardcore Holly that he did. That was pretty good. But a lot of buzz around that guy. And then PCO, which I was like really surprised. I was like, you're really gonna sign him to an exclusive contract? Like, I know he's this big buzz, but I don't know. I just feel like, what are they gonna do with him? I feel like he's not gonna win a championship, and if I feel like more he's just gonna be in like these crazy booked matches for Ring of Honor. It's really depressing because I'm going to Ring of Honor in January. That's not depressing. That's not the depressing thing. I'm really excited about it, but I really love meeting the Young Bucks. I really do. And if they go to the WWE, obviously we can see them on TV a lot more. But with Ring of Honor, independent wrestling, and what Cody and them did, all these past years, with all their crazy meet and greets and all the crews and everything and All In, it was just so easy to like meet them, and they're approachable, and it's just a lot easier to have like this really personal and intimate moment with like all these great independent wrestlers. They go to WWE, you don't really have that as much. They'll have like a few meet and greets, but there's not like, I feel like there's not one wrestler on the WWE roster that has like meet and greets like all the time. It's usually, they like break it up. So that kind of sucks. That's what I'm gonna miss. I really hope my Ring of Honor show doesn't suck. It's during the road to the G1 special, and with Young Bucks and Cody out, it's like, dang, who are they gonna have like in the main event or like the big draw? Personally, I think this would be a big thing. I'm really, really happy Jeff Cobb is the TV champion. I believe he's not signed with them, but in an interview with Ring of Honor on their website, they said he was. But I feel like he's not. I feel like I heard he wasn't, because I remember him tweeting like a few weeks ago, "I'm not signed with them." But I'm really glad he's TV champion, and honestly, I might even have him win the World Heavyweight Championship, beat Jay Lethal, and have both titles and be like this huge unstoppable force. Because I really enjoy Jeff Cobb matches. Him as Matanza for Lucha Underground, I think he's fantastic. I would really push Matanza. I'd really push Jeff Cobb. I would sign a lot of more independent wrestlers. I don't know budget-wise, but I feel like with the Young Bucks and Cody leaving, I feel like that's a lot of money that's about to open up. I would like to see more New Japan guys like on regular shows, not just the Ring of Honor, New Japan Pro Wrestling. I would like to see Will Ospreay a lot more. Naito, I would like to see a lot more. I mean, this is like kind of stupid. I feel like a lot of people are thinking, what am I talking about? Like, I don't know anything about like international travels and, budgets and all this. So this is just like my personal opinion. But yeah, I would sign a lot more tag teams. I would hope they bring in more tag teams. Because now, like, now with the Young Bucks and SCU probably leaving, Scorpio Sky, I would hope would have like a TV title run maybe. I'm not saying beat Jeff Cobb, but I would like to see him do some good things with Ring of Honor, just because it kind of sucks if SCU is leaving him. But also with the World Championship, with Jay White or Jay Lethal, you need build more guys up, and that's why I think Ring of Honor is not doing, because it was kind of like the set group was in the world title picture, the set people and the specific people. So now you need to like really start building up these young people. It feels like the past few years they've been like playing it safe because they have, the Young Bucks in the main event. They have Cody Rhodes in the main event. They have Kenny Omega in the main event for a lot of shows. So it's like, they were set. People were going to come to the shows because you had the big draws. You had Cody Rhodes, the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega. So now with those people, leaving, possibly if Marty Scurley's, I feel like that's going to be really big. Hangman Page, how he hasn't had a TV title run by now, I've been really, really surprised with. I thought as soon as he joined the Bullet Club, he would win a championship. But, So, yeah, I mean, for me personally, I don't know how you guys feel. Please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. But I would love to see, just more tag teams with Ring of Honor. I would like to see more bigger stars being built up. And I would sign better people. I mean, I'm not saying Brody King and PCO are, like, big draws, because they are. But that just seems kind of weird. Like, I'm really surprised those are the people they signed with. And I feel like they could have gotten not better people, but just sign more, prominent people, more like bigger draws, I guess. So it kind of means I am saying bigger people. I don't know. I'm sick, man. This whole like video has been like all over the place. I apologize for that. But yeah, this is what I wanted to really talk about today, and we'll see what happens at the TV tapings. Hopefully, I'll get results pretty quick from the TV tapings. But yeah, apparently they did the Young Bucks and all them. The Elite did like a big farewell send off at the end of the show. And when the show went off the air, they all took the mic and said, that they were leaving, that they would be back in New York. But we were like, back in New York in the WWE or back in your own new promotion? I don't know, but I hope to see future people really, really step up with Ring of Honor, really pick up the ball and run with it for Ring of Honor, and have amazing, amazing matches. I'm gonna look at the final battle card real quick, and I'm gonna see from that card who I hope they'll push moving forward. So Kenny King, definitely, I really hope they do. Jeff Cobb, like I said, I would be perfectly fine if he held both titles, the heavyweight title and the TV title. That'd be so cool. Adam Page, like I said, I really hope they push. Zack Sabre Jr., that'd be cool if he continued doing Ring of Honor events. I don't know if this is a one-time deal, but I heard his match with Donovan Gresham was really like innovative and creative with all their wrestling holds and stuff. So Jonathan Gresham, I hope they push as well. I saw a match with him and Cody Rhodes. The last time I went to Ring of Honor, I went to a match with him and Cody Rhodes, and it was a really fun match. And I'm like, yeah, that'd be really cool if they pushed on the Jonathan Gresham. Matt Taven, Dalton Castle. Like I said, I do like Matt Taven. I feel like most people hate him, and he's probably going to win the World Championship, especially with all these people leaving. Let's be honest, 2019, he's probably going to win. And they're pushing him, so I would see him beating Matt Taven or Jay Lethal for the championship. Marty Scurll, like I said, I want to see him push more. Flip Gordon, I would really like to see him push more. Maybe even a TV title reign. Bully Ray, I don't know. What are they doing, man? Is he going to be with Ring of Honor 2019? I mean, I like Bully Ray. I like him a lot. But it's crazy the people Ring of Honor's brought in. You think of them as such a fresh and, young company. But, over this year, all the people that have been in it, it's so weird. 2018 wrestling was so freaking weird. But yeah, I feel like I was going to say something else. Oh yeah, I've gone to Ring of Honor shows before without big people. The first one I went to, it didn't have the Young Bucks, and I've been to other ones where the Young Bucks and Adam Cole were both champions at the time. Adam Cole was the heavyweight champion, and the Young Bucks, of course, were the tag team champions. And I went to a show where they were the current champs, but none of them were on the show. And the main event was the survival of the fittest main event. It was the one where Bobby Fish won it, which is funny because in that match it had 6 guys, and I think it was 2016, and 3 of them are already in WWE now. It was Bobby Fish, Punishment Martinez, and Leo Rush were in the finals, and they're all in WWE. I think that's kind of funny. But I've been to Ring of Honor shows, and I'm not saying they were bad shows without those people, but it was it felt a lot different. It felt it's just a regular, come have fun stuff, not to take too seriously. But I've been to shows, obviously with the Young Bucks and Cody Rhodes and Kenny Omega, and those shows are crazy fun. They're so much fun because those are the draws. Those are the big people you want to see in the main event. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section of this video. Who would you push? Who do you think, specifically, who do you think, if he's at the top of the card, if this person, I'm sorry, I don't want to say just he, if a female wrestler as well, if you see them at the top of the card, you're like, I'm going to that show. I need to. Usually with me, I'm biased because I love Ring of Honor so much. So Ring of Honor comes to town, I'm like, I gotta go. I love Ring of Honor, even if the big people aren't on it. But let me know, if you run that way where you're I only go to shows, if people I really care about are on there. So let me know if you see this person at the top of the main card, at the top of the main event, you're I have to go. They're there. Who are those people? I really want to know with Ring of Honor. Would you sign people? Do you think with the current people they have now, do you think a Flip Gordon can run that show? Do you think Matt Taven at the top? Jeff Cobb, Jay Lethal, is he working out as world champion? I really like to hear your thoughts on this. Because I really appreciate it. I like talking wrestling with you guys, obviously. That's why I make these videos. But, yeah, so thanks so much for listening to this video. If you did, I had 3 listeners during this video, throughout, so that's really cool. I'm glad you're interested, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it got you thinking about Ring of Honor, because I really do like Ring of Honor. I like seeing it thrive and grow. I can't wait to go to their show next month. Hopefully it's a good one though. I'm really sad. I was hoping to meet the Young Bucks for the 5th time, but that's probably not going to happen. But yeah, Young Bucks. I mean, Cody Rhodes and all them leaving. It looks like, I don't know if they're going to WWE. I don't know if they're starting their own promotion, but it's an exciting time. And I feel like whatever they do, they'll be happy doing it. And that's all that matters, honestly. And we'll be seeing whatever they're doing. So thanks so much for listening. I'd like to do more types of these videos, longer type videos, than just, the regular 3-4 minute one that like no one watches or listens to. No one's going to listen to this, but but I'm hoping to do more. I'm hoping to do a Christmas type like special video, just talking like Christmas stuff, talking wrestling, just all sorts of things with my friend Charles. I hope he's going to be interested in that. Obviously, I want to do it before Christmas so we can just talk about fun stuff. I also have something hopefully with 2 other people, with Gio and Ryan. I hope they're listening, so maybe we can try to do something. For whatever reason, I use you guys know I use Google Hangouts for all these types of videos. That's how you're listening to this. But for whatever reason, the camera will not work. Even when I say the camera's on, it's not on. So that's why I don't have my camera on for these videos. I don't know if that's just an issue with Google Hangouts or my browser or something. But yeah, so that's why I haven't had my camera on in these past Google Hangouts. But thanks so much for listening. I hope you did enjoy this video. Let me know your thoughts all down below in the comment section. And I just hope you're having a great Saturday. So thanks again so much for listening. As always, have a great day.